So I have arrived. I've been late every day with my live videos. I was doing readings at the shop today, and that was fun. I thought that was an alien behind me. It wasn't my computer bag. Um, so happy birthday to Brina. It's nice to celebrate with you tonight. Um, yeah, so there's a fly in here, so you might be hearing that. But I did readings today at the shop. I did walk-in readings. I never really do those. So I'll be doing those more because I'm not doing in-person readings. So there'll be nights where you can come and get a walk-in reading from me. And then the group reading nights are a lot of fun too because it's just fun because I only hey Danielle, I only allow 7 people for the group reading nights, and then we just I just sit and make jokes, and I read everyone, and then sometimes people in the group are reading each other too, so it's a lot of fun. It's I like to do things like that too. So I'm doing another one at the end of the month, but those are fun. So I don't know. I just kind of want to talk a little bit of what was coming up today besides this fly being fucking annoying. Hey, Michelle. So, what came up today? So, a big thing came up today. Oh, my nose is itching. So, if you were on the ET's call last night, my nose would not stop itching. It was insane. I was channeling fucking hardcore. Hey, Anya. Is that how I say your name? Anya? I think it is. I don't really know. But let me know because I want to know how to pronounce your name. Um, so I was channeling. This is what's happening. I was channeling. Ashtar Command was coming in. I was like, oh my god, I can't stop. Anya, cool. Um, so that was awesome because literally I love channeling galactic energy. This is what I am here to do. See, my nose is itching again. Hey, Taylor. I think the last time I called you Tyler. Taylor, hello. Um, and it was so much fun, and I love connecting with Commander Ashtar. He gave us some really intense messages in that group. I think my cat's trying to come in, but she can't. There's a fly in here. There's too much stuff happening. So yeah, one of the messages though, I'm just going to tell you guys one of the messages that I got last night. So this was before Ashtar came in. I was just channeling into the Pleiadian energy. Hey, Colleen. And hey, Michelle. I don't know if I'm saying hi to everyone as they come on. I keep forgetting who I'm saying hi to. So anyways, the Pleiadians message was crazy. It was kind of I was channeling from them that they took over a lot of gray alien bases that are underground, and they're literally cleaning up under the earth, and they're pushing energy up into the earth. That was one of the messages that I channeled last night from the Pleiadian energy. So it was just, and this is crazy concepts here, but it felt really right, and it felt good, and the messages were coming in. I think I channeled once. You channeled it once. What did you channel, Darla? The Pleiadian energy? I just called him in my yard. I wasn't liking the energy. Oh, you're talking about Ashtar. I would love to know where to get the star grid you have on the wall. I think I got that on Amazon. It's Metatron's Cube. Google Metatron's Cube decal. But anyways, so that's what was happening in the ET's call last night. That is still up for sale. It's up for $55 if you want to go in. There's actually almost 4 hours of content in there. I went over the Andromedans, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Syrians a little bit. Ashtar. One of the big things I channeled was what's the difference between the Ashtar Command, the Galactic Federation of Light, and then the Great White Brotherhood, who is the Ascended Masters. So I channeled into all of that information, and that was really cool. And it was really intense, and it was a lot of fun. But anyways, so what was coming up today was, so I had somebody come in and they got a reading and they feel disconnected. Like they can't hear their spirit guides. They can't hear the gods and goddesses they work with. They can't hear their ancestors. And then also too, I got a message in my Arcturian container that was kind of similar. Not really, but a little bit. So one of the things that, that happens when you're used to channeling and connecting all the time is you get disconnected. That happens all the time. It's very normal. And the reason for this is so that you can learn to connect with your higher self, with you. You can learn to trust in your energy. This is very important when you're doing this work. We had a conversation about Hecate, who we work with a lot. Me and Jess work with Hecate a lot. And she was talking about Hecate. And she was like, I feel like she comes in and she goes. And I go, honestly, that's a good energy to work with. You don't want to work with energies that are kind of pushing at you all the time to connect with them. So it's good when you're working with energies that they're not over welcoming their stay. You know what I mean? And that's like one of the things that is very important, is that we are on our own journey through the ascension process, and we need to learn to channel a lot from our higher self and connect within our heart center more instead of always looking out. And I love channeling and connecting with galactic beings, but there are some times where I don't feel my spirit guides, I don't feel my ancestors, I don't feel anything, and it's just me. And that is completely normal. That is how it's supposed to be. A lot of times it's just supposed to be you. It's just supposed to be you trusting in you. It's supposed to be you feeling into your heart. It's going to be you feeling into your gut. It's going to be you feeling into you and what you need. And that also came up in the Arcturian container today as well. My Arcturian group coaching call that I'm doing. People in the group wanted to work on their intuitive abilities, and then a channeled message came in from the Arcturians that basically we're always looking at other people's stuff as how we, like, way people channel, we want to channel like them, and it's not always like that. So that was what dropped in that container too, is that you're not always going to do things like other people do it. And also too, I had the client come in today and she was like, I feel really disconnected. And it's because you're clearing out. You're supposed to feel disconnected. You're not supposed to be feeling like things are right. Like when things feel right all the time, honestly, it doesn't make sense. So even as a reader, like, I actually had 2 people coming in today saying everything was chaotic. And I'm like, the chaos is good too sometimes, because it's also your higher self coming in and disrupting everything so that you can change. It's not you're being attacked. So a lot of people always go to, oh my God, I think that I am being attacked, and somebody's doing something to me, and that's not it. It's actually your energy. When your frequency begins to change, a lot of the times the energies that you're used to working with will back off. So if you're working with spirit guides or ancestor energy or anything like that, when your frequencies begin to change, they give you space. They leave you alone. And then you feel alone. You feel isolated. You're like, hey, where are you? I can't hear you. I don't feel anything around me. Yes, Anya, it's very empowering. Yes, the chaos is actually really good. Because after the chaos, everything's going to calm down and it's going to go back into order again. And that's what happens within your energy field. Things go back into order. Same thing with things in life. Things can be super chaotic in your external world, and then everything just goes back into order. Candace asks, can you please explain what a person's higher self is? Sorry, I don't understand exactly what that is. Great question, because I'm sure that there's people watching that are like, Ashley, what are you talking about? Your higher self is the higher aspect of your being. So when you incarnate as Candace, that is like one piece of your soul that comes in and goes into your body. And you are that physical being of Candace, but there are all other aspects of yourself in the universe, like in the quantum realm, that are waiting to connect with you. So as you go into your spiritual journey and then you open up your energy field, you begin to pull in all these other aspects of your being. And that's how a lot of us begin to connect with our intuitive abilities. one of the biggest aspects of my being is my galactic self. I knew since I was a kid that I was like, this planet doesn't make any sense. Like, I feel weird as a human. Even when I was a kid, I used to say that I was an alien. Lo and behold, like doing all this spiritual work, I've lived tons of lives that were galactic. They weren't here. So when I started opening up my energy field and my aura, and I started doing a lot of healing work, it happens when you start really connecting with your higher self, when you remove the junk. So that's all like the heavy stagnant energy in your field, and you begin connecting to your higher beings. So these are aspects of you that have experienced in other realms. And you pull those in, and then you begin to use those abilities or connect with those aspects for information, or to connect with the abilities with that. It's always different. So it's all depending on what it is that you want to work on. You know what though, Candace? I think that I should do a little short video on that. What is your higher self? Because I think people know this stuff. That's why I tell you guys, like, talk to me, ask me questions, because I'm just talking like you all know what I'm talking about half the time, you know? And then people ask me these things, and I'm like, oh, people don't know. What is a higher self video? I could do like a quick video on that. So I will do that. But yeah, and like when you're really into this, like you're constantly talking like, you know, in all these weird terms, and some people don't know. So thank you for asking that. Would my higher self come in as intuition or like something more physical? Thank you so much for explaining. More like your intuition, I feel like, but sometimes you can physically embody the elements of your higher self. So today I was also reading somebody and their warrior self was coming in, and then there was all this stuff happening in their life, and I'm like, yeah, it's a wild woman and you needing to come out. So it's actually creating all this shit that's making you become more empowered, more wild, more wanting to stand in your power. So it will drop in physically. It'll make you become that physically when you really start going on your spiritual journey. Yes, we need a dictionary. You're so right, Colleen. We really do. Because like I said, I think everyone knows what I'm talking about, and I really don't, because this is all I do all day. I don't work a regular job. This is what I do. So when people are like, galactic and DNA upgrades and higher self, I think everyone knows what I'm talking about. Akashic Records. People are like, what's the Akashic Records? I'm like, it's this big thing that I have to explain. So, yeah. Once I have felt like a new door has opened. I've seen a lot of 111 or 222, but feel like something is around the corner. Yeah. That's how you know shit's going down, when you're seeing all the numbers. But anyways, yeah. So if you ever run into a point where you're like, oh, I don't feel or see or hear my spirit guides or the energies that I'm used to working with, please know that that's normal. It happens. It's good for you to disconnect from those energies and really go within, you know? It's something that you have to do. You can't constantly depend on other things for your development. You have to go on the journey alone a lot of the times. So, I don't know. Your dreams are always different. That's something that I can't answer that question. Dreams are like one of those weird things when you just kind of have to really go by the feeling, I guess. I don't know what dreams. Dreams are never, ever what you may think they are. I always tell people to write their dreams down, because a lot of times when you're dreaming about stuff, it doesn't even mean what you're actually dreaming about. So if you get like eaten by a dinosaur in your dream, it could mean like that you're going through like a shamanic death, you know, or you're like, maybe you're just getting eaten by a dinosaur. I don't know, but it doesn't always mean the same thing. Yeah, dreams are definitely a lot to do with solving problems. I will agree with that. But sometimes you can't figure out exactly what they're trying to tell you. But yeah, the higher self thing is important. I think that we love, like, that's the thing with the readings too that I talk about all the time, is we love, see, my nose is itchy. We love finding answers that aren't our own. You know, we love just, I think it's something that we're taught. We're taught that all the answers are in a book, and all the answers are in your teacher, and all the answers are everywhere but within you, you know? But yes, like Anya said, embrace the chaos. So when you're not feeling the energy, sometimes it feels dead. You're like, ugh, I don't feel anything, you know? And if you work in this field, you won't have any clients to work with. That's how it is. They'll just rip the clients right up, canceling appointments. Like, that's what happens because you're not supposed to be connecting. You're supposed to be dealing with everything that's right in front of you. That's how it works. They help you find more adventure in discovering the knowledge. They don't always provide answers, they provide guidance. Are you talking about dreams? Danielle's actually really good with dreams. Danielle, you should do a dream class. Anytime that I have dream stuff going on, I always ask Danielle, like, what do you think this means? And she usually has a very good answer for it. So, yeah, I don't know. I always tell people to write their dreams down. One of the things I've been doing, though, with dreams is now that I can open my own Akashic Records, I will wake up in the morning and ask my Akashic Records what the dreams mean. And that is really cool. So, fun stuff, folks. Fun stuff. But yeah, it's another thing too, though. So, like, this is what I'm being told to talk about, is that readings are good too, because the people that came in for readings today where everything was chaotic, it's good to have that different perspective of somebody looking over the chaos and being like, oh, this is actually what's happening. So I feel like the two that came in that were like, oh, there's so much chaos going on, I feel like they felt more clear when they left, and knowing that, okay, I'm supposed to be going through this, or this is how I deal with XYZ. So we're supposed to be talking about like answers within the higher self, but I think it's also too, it's good to have guidance, which kind of goes back to finding your answers elsewhere. So I don't know. I feel like it's like, you know, what you need to. But the main thing with this is like, please do know that if you feel shut off, you are supposed to be shut off at that time. You are not supposed to be connecting. You're just supposed to be kind of just being. That's cool. You have dreams that angels are teaching you to be a warrior. That's really cool. All right. Well, I don't know. I feel like that's all I kind of had to say tonight. Some of these Ashley TVs I can talk forever, and then some of them are just going to be quick little messages. So thank you all for joining in, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye.